Next week is the last week I'll be doing in the, oh, you know what? Actually, this is the last week I'll be doing mornings. Yeah, this is the last week I'll be doing mornings. So it'll be starting in evenings. I got to figure out a time. I don't know a time. Possibly Wednesday evenings. We'll see how it goes. Dawn, Michelle, what's up? Hope everything's going great. I'm not really sure what to talk about today. I think one of the things I wanted to talk about, because I've seen a lot of discussion lately about what's the best way to train for building muscle. So we might talk about that. Other than that, I just want to know how you all are doing. What's up, Natalie? Let me know if you have any questions while I'm chatting. If there's anything going on you want to talk about. We had a great call last night in my members only group. We have a monthly call with people that are subscribed to my program. And we had some good conversations about motivation, about breaking stalls. We talked about a bunch of different things. It's one of the things I love about the program is being able to sit down with people on a regular basis. I have a call with somebody, with some group, some section or segment of the groups that I work with, like a couple times a week. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Between the challenges on Friday nights, the members group, the full access group, clients, different things. Like I feel like I'm on a Zoom call every day talking to somebody about something. It's a blast. So let me know how you guys are going. Andrea, what's going on? Good to see you on YouTube. So we got YouTube, we got Instagram, we got Facebook, we got Twitter. I don't know if you guys know that I'm on Twitter. I don't do a lot there. That's kind of where I throw up ideas and thoughts sometimes, but the highlights of your week. You have highlights every day then, Michelle, don't you? All right. Well, I'll get started. I'll start rambling. If you guys have questions, let me know. Okay. Otherwise, it's just Coach. Little Bitty Star. Hey, what's going on? I'm not. Who is Little Bitty Star? Is that Diane? Every day, yeah. All right. Okay. The best way to work out to build muscle. There's a lot of stuff we can get into. There's a lot of debate on if going heavy is better, if going for more volume is better. Diane, hey, what's up, Diane? If training 2 times a week is better versus 3 times a week versus 1 time a week versus doing a bunch of reps at a lighter weight versus working to complete absolute muscle failure, right? What's the best way to build muscle? All right. Here's the bottom line with all of those things, because you can build muscle ways. Building muscle is simply doing something more than what your muscles are currently capable of doing so that they have to change to be able to do that more. Okay. And you can do that in one sitting. You can do that in multiple sittings, sessions over time, right? There's a lot of different ways. What's up, Susan? There's a lot of different ways that you can grow muscle and build strength. Okay. The biggest thing to remember in all of the discussion is the context of where you are and where you're trying to go. Okay. If you're just trying to improve your everyday quality of life, then you just need to be worried about the things that are going to help improve your quality of life. Okay. Doing whatever you can to maximize lean mass gain probably isn't something you need to be worried about. Managing your schedule, taking care of your family, doing your job, having a social life, whatever it may be, those things are important. Doing what you can in the gym to help make those things better is where you should worry about. Like focusing on things. This is questions I get all the time. When should I have my protein, before or after a workout? Do I need a pre-workout? Is the best way to lift? Should I be doing everything to muscle failure? Should I be doing 8 reps or should I be doing 20 reps? How heavy should I go? Like all of these questions. There's a lot of things that we can get into with all this of discussion we can have on all of those different things. The bottom line when you're figuring that stuff out is what are you able to do? What can you do consistently? What kind of a program or system can you maintain? Think about this. Can I do this for the next 5? Can I do this for the next year without stopping? Find a period of time that's not just a couple weeks and ask yourself, how sustainable is this over that period of time? If it's sustainable, if it's something that you're ready, willing, and able to do and actually makes sense, then go for it, have a blast. If it doesn't work, then change it and try something new. Okay, that's the other aspect of this whole process. When it comes to nutrition, fitness, health, anything, be willing to change if something isn't working. Okay. General rules of thumb. Heavier, okay, more intense, okay, is going to provide more of an adaptation faster. Okay, and there's a kicker there. I can go lighter and do more volume and see an improvement in my strength and my lean mass gain, but it's going to take longer. Okay, so there's a trade-off. If you've ever seen bikers, right? Bikers are some horseback riders, people that ride bikes are they have some of the largest legs. Okay, they're using their legs all the time. They don't train. They don't do a lot of squatting and heavy lifting like a power lifter. They're not doing a lot of heavy, intense weight to see how strong they can make their legs. But they have strong legs because they use them all day long, all the time. They're at a low level of effort, but it's consistently applied for a very, very long. Okay. So they're getting a stimulus that's creating additional muscle fibers and helping them grow muscle. Okay. The more muscle fibers you have, the stronger you are. Okay. That's a good question. We'll get to that one in a second. So it's possible to grow muscle without going super heavy. It just takes longer. You can grow more muscle if you increase the intensity, the weight, the speed, okay, the control, the muscle activation without having it take forever. But then you're also focusing on doing things differently. Okay. So heavy lifting or light lifting, as long as you're doing it consistent, you're going to see progress. Now, the faster you want to see progress, I recommend going a little heavier. Here's another reason why. The heavier you go, the more you can improve your central nervous system, okay, and how your central nervous system, it's a different stimulus, right? The stimulus for going lighter, more volume, say, and I use the bikers and the horseback riders. Let's bring it to the gym. Let's bring it to your workout. The difference between doing a workout where you're doing, say, 2 sets of 20 or 25 reps, which I hear a lot of people do. Okay. If you're doing 20 reps, you're not really challenging the intensity or the strength of your muscles. That's muscular endurance. That's the endurance of your muscles. If I go something heavy for 6 to 8 reps, now I'm challenging myself in activating more muscle fiber to move that weight, those fewer reps, right? I'm activating more muscle fibers. I'm telling my body, you need to respond faster. Okay. And it's a central nervous system response that's increased when I go heavier. So when you go heavier, you have a higher level of stress on the central nervous system, which is what you want. The more intense you go, the more your central nervous system has to respond. It improves your stress management a lot more than doing something light. Okay. You think about it this way. If I'm going outside my comfort zone, it's going to take a lot more for me to manage whatever I'm doing outside than if I stay inside my comfort zone. If I stay inside my comfort zone, I got this. I don't even have to think about it. Right? Um, Natalie is asking a question. Which do you think is better, increasing weight each set or starting heaviest and going to fatigue with decreasing weight? Again, that's a whole nother discussion about what the best rep schemes are. In general, going heavy starts light. Okay. And super heavy every single time. Okay. We're talking about a challenge. Okay. So if you're, and I'm trying to do this without getting into a whole discussion about programming. You want to be on average my recommendation for most people is no more than 12 reps. So somewhere between 6 and 12 for the general person. If you're somewhat advanced and you want to go super heavy, or if you want to really add into that 1 to 6 range, is an area that you can definitely get into. But for most people, 5 to 6 reps at the most 12 reps is a good range for the average person to get a little bit of muscular endurance work, but also stay in that range where they're getting some weight and intensity in that lift, in those exercises. To answer your question, Natalie, warming up to a working set, depending on the type of workout you're doing. If I'm doing a straight lifting session, let's say I'm going to squat, I'm going to work my weight up in a squat. I'm going to do my sets at that working weight, and then I'm done. There can be a case, and there are instances where people do what's called drop sets, where you drop the weight, you do a max rep, you drop the weight, you do a max rep, you drop the weight, things like that. For the general person, I don't think you need to worry about drop sets. I don't think you need to worry about pyramids. I think you work up to the weight, warm yourself up to a weight that's challenging, and then do your working sets at that weight. Okay. You want to find the working sets means, what a working set means is the weight that you have identified as challenging for the reps you've decided to do. I'm deciding that I'm doing 8 reps today. What is the most challenging weight that I can do for 3 sets of 8 reps or 4 sets of 8 reps, whatever that rep scheme is. Okay. So that I don't know if I can get all 8 reps at this weight, but I'm going to try. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's the working set. Positively ketovore, advice for brand new people to lifting in a month. I'm assuming you mean lifting a month into your keto journey. Okay. Yes, advice for new to lifting and a month into your keto journey. Okay. So new to lifting, find a program, find a coach that can help you get started. All right. I have a beginner program. I have a intermediate program. So if you have experience, if you have nothing to work with as far as experience, equipment, if you're at home, my beginner program is a great place to start. If you want to do some body weight stuff that's a little bit more advanced in the techniques, my intermediate program is the way to go. Dumbbells, kettlebells, things like that. If you have access to that stuff, then I have a functional fitness program that you can do. Videos, guidance, I'm here to help you. You can send in, this is one of the cool things about my program, guys. This isn't something you get with a lot of programs, okay? A lot of programs, you sign up, you watch it, you do it, or you do the video on YouTube. When you're a member with me, I want you to send me videos of your movement, okay? Especially if you're a beginner. I want you to send me videos so that I can give you feedback on how to improve your movement and make sure you're getting the most out of your exercise. Okay. So I want you to do that's part of the things that come with being a client of mine. Okay. So check out any of those memberships positively. That's a great way to get started. Another thing to remember as a beginner, if you're only a month into keto, electrolytes. It's going to save you energy wise and help you feeling better throughout the transition while you're exercising. Okay. A lot of people say, don't work out while you're exercising. That's crap. There's never a reason not to work out. It may be a little bit difficult. You may not have as much energy, whatever. That just means you scale down the workouts to how you're feeling, but that doesn't mean you don't work out. Okay. Electrolytes will help with that whole energy while you're transitioning. Hope that answers that question. We got somebody on YouTube asking a question. I've had people warn me that a low carb meat-based diet is going to ruin my kidneys. No, it's not. There you go. Hope that answers your question. No, it's not. That is the simplest answer. A low carb meat-based diet is probably one of the best things you can do for your kidneys. What is going to mess up your kidneys is all the other crap, processed food, seed oils, fiber, and everything else that you're eating. That's going to be more of a problem than anything else. So Janelle's asking, how much rest time should we take between sets? Haha, this is a lovely question. That is totally up to you. Okay. Another one of the things that people want to get hung up on what's best. The science says this is the best way to do it. Who cares? Guys, who cares? If I'm working out, I may feel today like I'm going to take 2 minutes between every set because that's just how I'm feeling. As long as when I go to that set to do the work, I am working. I don't care how long you take in between your sets. Most people don't have time to take 2 minutes or 3 minutes between sets for a whole workout. Okay. If you're like a normal person doing a normal program, on average, you're looking at 30 seconds to a minute and a half on average. Okay. You just have a blast. But a minute and a half can be fine. 2 minutes can be fine. If you want to take 5 minutes from sets, I don't care. As long as when you're putting the work in, you're putting the work in. Okay. Now here's the difference and what's going to change. You may be able to go heavier if you're taking longer breaks in between your sets. Okay. Because you're giving your body a chance to rest between those sets a little bit more. So if I'm doing, let's say, three sets of 8, I'm doing 3 sets of 8 squats for the first set. And then I wait 3 minutes and do another 8 reps. I can go heavier for each of those 8 reps than if I do 8 reps and I only wait 30 seconds. The second set of those 8 reps is going to be a lot harder because I haven't replenished fuel. My muscles are still a little fatigued from the work they just did 30 seconds ago. So my overall weight is going to be less. Okay. So that's where some people say you shouldn't rest a lot in between your sets because you get whatever. Okay. But you have to drop the weight. So it's all depends on what you're looking to do. Whatever you're comfortable with is that, and whatever you're comfortable with and you can consistently perform, that's what matters. These things matter. Okay. The discussion of how many reps you should do, how heavy you should go, how much time you should put in between your sets, should you time your protein, all of these things are things that matter and they do play a role. Okay. But we have to understand they matter and they play a role for those people who are where they matter and they play a role, which isn't most people. Okay. Most people are at a point where they just need to consistently show up. If you consistently show up, then you can start talking about some of these other things as you see an improvement, as you start reaching your fitness goals. And you're like, okay, how do I get to the next level? For most people, the next level, the level they're at now, the next level is physical freedom. I need to get to a point where I can do what I want to do, have physical limitations. Okay. If that's where you're trying to get to, worrying about the rest time between your sets, worrying about the best scheme to do your workouts in, worrying about when you should time your protein, worrying about all of these things really is extra. What you need to do is you need to find a program that you can do consistently that's going to help you improve so that you can remove physical limitations. That's your goal, right? That can be a multitude of things. I have a bunch of different programs. You can program that's going to give you a well-rounded exposure to different physical requirements. That's what you're looking for. So you're not looking for, and honestly, you're not looking for any one thing. Okay, you're not looking for just a lifting routine. If you do just a lifting routine and you're just getting started, or you're looking for something to improve your overall physical fitness, I would recommend also doing yoga once a week, doing some kind of cardio once a week. Throw some other things in there to give you a well-rounded exposure to the various things that your body needs to improve at. Okay. Yes, you need muscle. Yes, bodybuilding type style workouts, powerlifting style workouts are great, and they will help you build muscle. They will help you learn how to control your body and improve your movement. Okay. But you also need some mobility work, right? Yoga, Pilates. There's some things there that are fantastic that you could expose yourself to. You need cardio. You don't build on cardio, but you need some cardio. You need to do cardio once a week or twice a week. Okay. So you need all of these things. Just remember that it's not cool. That's a little bit of my rant. We got any other questions? Let's see here. Looking on YouTube. What's up, Janelle? We talked about rest times. We talked about meat-based diet is not going to ruin your kidneys. Let's see what other questions we got here. Let's go to Instagram and see what we got. All these people. Danny's on Carnivore Keto Fitness. What's up, Danny? Oh, we got a long question here. Marnie, 40 years keto carnivore. When people I eat, I can't explain it simply, even though I've listened to so much info and figured out that 80-20 is ideal for me. How much protein? Okay, so Marnie, you're asking, how do you tell people how to figure out their macros? Is that the question? Yes. Please send videos in. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, great question. Okay, we're getting some nutrition questions this morning. Okay. How to tell people how to figure out their macros. All right, Marnie, if you want to answer that question for people, just tell them to buy that. And that will answer all their questions for them. Okay. Say, go online, buy Coach Bronson's book. There's a whole section in the book about started on keto, carnivore, all that stuff. That's the way you do it. Cool. That's the easiest thing to do without having to explain to them percentages and lean body mass and macro and all that other kind of stuff, right? Just say, Coach Bronson has the answer, and see if that works for them. Okay. But in general, seriously though, in general, my recommendation for most people is keep it simple. Just think 1-to-1. Whatever your lean body mass is in grams of protein and grams of fuel. Okay. So if you're 150 pounds and let's say you weigh 200 pounds and you're 25% body fat, that means you have 150 pounds of lean mass. Okay. So you should get 150 grams of protein and 150 grams of fuel, fat and carbs combined. Okay. And let's try to keep the carbs at 25. So if I'm keeping my carbs at 25 or less, then my fat is going to be 125 if 150 is my number. Okay. Okay. But I explain all that. There's a little chart in there you can kind of figure out with some explanations about how to figure out what your macros are in the book. Okay. Chris is asking, should I start keto before carnivore, and should I use any supplements? Okay. You can, that is totally up to you. There's no should about it. What do you think will work best for you? Are you comfortable, ready, willing, and able to just cut out all veggies? If you are, then give it a blast. Go for it. Have a blast. That's what I did. I went from paleo whole 30 to overnight. I just went carnivore and haven't looked back. It's been over almost 4 years. In May, it'll be 4 years. Okay. So that's what I did. It worked great for me. Everyone's a little different. The biggest thing you'll need for supplementation is electrolytes and sodium. Make sure you start salting everything, whether you go keto or carnivore. Make sure you start salting things and add some electrolytes into your water. Rule of thumb for me, and this is what I recommend most people do, is that you don't drink any water if it doesn't have some kind of sodium or electrolytes in it. That's just how I work, and it seems to work for most people. People want to hold on to some veggies or something. It's not a bad thing if you want to do that. If you want to just jump right into carnivore, then have a blast, go for it. It's done well for me, right? Serena Carnivore's on. Serena, did you jump right in, or did you take your time and do keto first? Michael, what's going on? Rito, what's going on? Janelle, hope that helped. Great, good. Oh, that coffee's hot today. Is anybody else? Let's see. Someone's trying to join my live here. All right, guys, that was a little all over the place with different things, but just some stuff I was thinking about. It boils down to your body's going to adapt to whatever you tell it to adapt to. So whatever you want to do, if you've got something, that's why I recommend, if you're struggling with something, if you had something in your life right now, right, that is holding you back, or you feel like it's frustrating you because it's limiting you. Okay. Yard work is hard. Walking up and down the stairs is hard. Getting on the floor is hard. I have people that I work with who just getting up and down off the floor is a difficult thing for them to do. Do things to make those things in your life easier. That's all you got to worry about. What are the things right now that are limiting you, and how can you make them no longer a factor? All right. Michelle's saying, the more I eliminated, the better I felt. I had no idea how nuts were affecting me. Yeah, it's crazy. The progression, guys, and this is a progression. If anybody's familiar with that, he's got the proper human diet, and we're all going that direction. If your goal in life is to improve your health and do the most optimal thing you can do for your health, and nutrition is on that list of things that you're changing and fixing and tweaking and trying to improve, you will eventually stop eating plants. For the most part. Doesn't mean you will never eat a plant. Okay. But we'll get to a point, because this is what happens when progression happens. Okay. You'll get to a point where you realize these things just really aren't doing anything for me. Why am I wasting my time with them? That's how I feel about plants. Do I like some Brussels sprouts? Sure. I like some broiled Brussels sprouts with some salt and a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Like drizzle, that flavored drizzle that they put on at restaurants. I forget what it's called. It's not really good for you at all, but it tastes fantastic. With oil and salt in the broiler, oh man, I used to tear those up. Crispy little edges, the little leaf edges, okay? Doing nothing for me. If someone put a plate, I used to enjoy it and look forward to having Brussels sprouts. You know what I enjoy now? Beef and eggs and butter every day. Every day, guys. It's fantastic. You should ask Coach Nat what the look on my face every day when I'm eating. And you're stuck on, but the variety, once you realize that those things are not doing anything for you, you'll stop missing them. I guarantee it. Once it clicks in your head, why am I wasting my time eating? They're not providing any nutrition, right? They cause inflammation, they cause bloating, they cause gastric distress, they cause autoimmune issues, they cause oxalate poisoning, they cause the list goes on and on and on. But all the things that plants do to the human body, that they're not doing anything for you, you really, it changes your whole outlook. Yeah. Brussels sprouts kill my gut. Yeah, they used to kill my gut too. A bigger life. What were you saying, Marnie? Hold on. A bigger life is better than a plate of variety. Absolutely. I would much rather have variety in my lifestyle and the things that I'm physically able to do, because I can do anything, than have to be limited. Guys, amount of stress, anxiety, depression, and control that my gut issues had over my life when I ate plants. Um, it's I might as well have been in a wheelchair in many cases, because I was so limited in what I could do, where I could go, because I was tied to, where's the bathroom? How close am I to a bathroom? Because I never knew when something was going to happen or I needed one. The amount of times I had to say, no, I can't do that. I can't go there. I can't do this thing, because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know where I would be, how long it would take me to get there, how long would I be away from the bathroom. Okay. Um, Horrendous. Cutting out vegetables was the most freeing thing that I've ever done in my life. It's just how it is. And it's the same way for lots and lots and lots of people. Lots of people. Okay. Lots of people. A lot of you watching here feel the same way. When the more you cut out veggies, the better you feel. So, all right, that's my rant for the day. We're going 30 minutes, guys. You guys let me rant for 30 minutes. Can you believe it? Um, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, this is my last morning one. Okay. I will let you know. Maybe I'll let you know. Maybe I'll just pop on live in an evening sometime and say, this is my new time, because you guys know I'm super organized like that. But I'll be changing. I started a full-time job in a week or so, and I'll be changing my time. So mornings won't be available. I'll be going to evenings. All my stuff will be going to evenings and weekends. So maybe I'll do this on the weekends now. Maybe I'll do a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning coffee instead, something like that. You guys tell me what you would rather do. Would you rather have me do a live in the evenings or live on the weekends? And if we do the weekends, give me your suggestion on what time during the weekends. Is it morning or daytime better? I'm thinking mornings if I do the weekends. All right, take it easy, guys. See you. Thanks a lot.